If you just started Adsense Arbitrage Blogging, there are chances you may be experiencing one of the things that I'm about to say in this particular video. The first one is discouragement at your early stage. Now, when you start your Adsense Arbitrage, it is important to know that the first few days will not give you good conversion. That is a reality. The first few days are meant for Google to actually learn where your traffic is coming from, the user interest, how they react to ad, how they engage with your posts, how they where they came from, where they go after they have visited your website, and all of the data surrounding them. So the first few days of you starting your Adsense arbitrage, you're likely not going to get conversion between day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. For some accounts, some will even extend to day 7 and day 10. Now, if you quit before this particular day, there are chances you will not see any conversion. Now, um, the main joy, how do people used to say it? Joy comes in the morning. The main morning when joy comes for arbitrage bloggers is usually from day 3 upwards, but it doesn't happen for everyone. For some people, it may still take up to day 5, day 6, day 7, and above before that particular joy. You know what I mean by joy? Of course, I'm talking about the money starts pouring in. So the main thing is when you are starting, just bear it in mind that day 1, day 2, day 3 may not really give you much. Day 4, day 5 even may not give you so much. And so knowing that this particular number of days will not give you so much, what do? You now plan your budget. Some of you make the mistake of starting with 50K, 60K, 70K, 100K on ad spend. If you do that, you will lose all your money unless the goal is to perhaps generate subscribers for those who are using messenger chatbot, generate subscribers, and then perhaps the next day you reduce the amount and start sending out broadcasts and add um, your daily ad budget to it. That way, your cost will actually be low because from the next day you are now reduced. You have now reduced how much you are spending, and you are sending messages using that same broadcast, using the people, as in bringing back the people you have once that have once interacted with your site back to your site every day, bringing back the people that have interacted with your page, with your bot, back to your site every day. But if you do not want to use these people to increase your CPC, which usually happens from day 5 upwards, then it is important you lower your ad cost. Do not spend more than you can afford to lose. Now, you are not really losing when you are spending that money. You are simply running an experiment, or should I say, you are simply giving Google machine learning the chance to understand everything about your site, understand the kind of ads to place there, and to also understand the kind of CPC to start rewarding you for every click that you get on your ad when running arbitrage ad or when pushing arbitrage traffic to your website. Now, if you understand that the first 3, 4, 5, 6 days may not really convert so well for you, it becomes wise to lower your ad cost within that period. I know you have so much money. I know you have the zeal and you have the passion. I know you are in a hurry, in a haste to make so much money, but brother, calm down. How do Lagos people used to say it? Farabale. Farabale. All right. So calm down. Now, calm down and use low ad cost to run it for like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. The moment you see your CPC increase, that is mostly from day 5, day 6, day 7 upwards. It doesn't happen on the same day for everyone, but for on an average, it should have happened or it should start happening from day 5. And the moment you see your CPC increase from that day 5, then you can go ahead and increase your daily ad spend. I have had a situation where someone walked up to me and said, I started running my ad and I'm not getting anything. I'm just wasting my money. I said, how much are you running every day? He said, he's running 50K every day. I mean, you are just getting started and you're already spending 50K every day. Even if your papa and Dangote, no triumph. The reason is because those days, those early stages, you will not be making so much. So start with a lower ad budget. Number 2, monitor your ads closely within that period. Now, some of you will just turn on your ad and you go to sleep and allow Google machine learning to do everything for you. Now, yes, Google machine learning will eventually do it even if you don't do anything, but you can help fasten the process. What do? Keep a closer watch on your ad. Wake up every morning, but early morning, early hours of the day. Check which of your posts is performing very well. Check which of your content is giving you a higher RPM, higher CPC through your Google performance report. Check these things, and then those posts, those pages that have a higher chance or that are already performing very well, push them to the top of your blog, push them to the top of your website where eyes can see them, and if possible, use them to run your ads. Push them where eyes can see them, and if possible, use them to run your ads. Now, keep a closer eye on the posts performing the best. And if you're targeting multiple countries at the same time, check which countries have picked up earlier on, which countries have picked up very well. Then you can edit your ad sets, remove those other countries that are not performing very well, and focus only on the countries that are performing well. That way, your traffic will be coming only from those countries that are giving you great results. So that's one of the ways, one of the things you can do to improve your result. Remember, check your content, check your performance report, find out which of your articles have a higher RPM or higher CPC. Push up those ones at the top of your blog. What you can possibly do to do that, just simply go to your website, edit it. Then when you edit it, you go to public in WordPress. Go to public, click on it, select sticky or something like that. I think it's called sticky. Select sticky and then update the post. Now, when you do that, that particular post that is performing very well for that day will stay at the top of your website, at the top of your post, at the top of your blogs. It won't go down. It will just stay at the top of your post. Even if it's something you have published a long time ago, like last year or last 2 years, it will just stay at the top of your post and becomes the first thing that users see on your site, the first post they engage with on your site. And the more they engage with it, you'll be having more clicks and higher CPC, which is eventually more money for you. That's one of the things you can do. Now, I've mentioned like 3 of them. I said, do not run ad with a high budget when you are starting. Number 2, monitor your content. Know which of your content is performing. All right, check which of your content and which country is giving you a higher performance. And then number 3, when these things are going on, ensure that you regularly check that your site is online. Now, when I started earlier on, I was working with a hosting company, a Nigerian hosting company that I didn't know lacked the capacity to handle the volume of traffic I was going to be sending to my website. I just woke up one morning and I noticed that there were no clicks, no traffic, no page views. I mean, the page views were stable the way they were before I left them. And I'm wondering what's going on. And so eventually I decided to visit my site to check out, only for me to notice that my site is offline. Why? Because the volume of the traffic that was coming to the site was bigger than my hosting plan could take as of that moment, or my hosting company allowed for my plan. Now, what did I do? I quickly have to update my hosting plan so that my site would be online again. In fact, I reached out to my hosting company and they asked me to do this particular thing so my site will be online. Now, after doing that, it still happened again, but on a different day, not that particular day. It still happened again until I eventually moved to a very different hosting company. Now, you have to keep regularly check your site, because even a hosting company that you may think is the best hosting company out there, sometimes they may activate something on your site that may block your traffic from coming in. They can activate, bot protection on your behalf without telling you. They can activate a country block, like IP block, coming to your IP blog, on your site without you knowing about it. I've had cases where they even activated captcha on a student's website without telling the student himself. So whenever a user visits the site, before the site will open, you'll be asked to solve captcha. Now, no matter the quality content you have on your site, how many people will have the patience of sitting and waiting until they solve captcha before they enter your site, when there are many other people who have similar blogs that they can just visit and read their blogs? So it took a while before we were able to remove the captcha and restored normalcy to the website. Now, check your site, be sure that none of these things have been automatically activated by your hosting company, or that none of these things is working to hinder the progress of your arbitrage journey. Now, there is one more thing you need to also check when you are running arbitrage as a beginner, and that is your ad cost. You need to check your ad cost, because if your ad cost is very high, you may be pushing out so much money and getting very little out of it. So you need to monitor your ad as well to ensure that the costs are not consistently going up. And if they are going up, you put in place measures that will bring them down. There are simple things you can do. For instance, editing the countries that you are targeting, looking at for the cheapest one among them, and going out for them. You can also cap how much Facebook should charge you on a maximum. You can as well edit and add those same countries that you targeted before and publish them. This time around, Facebook will start it as though they are starting with a new ad. There are several other things you can do there. For instance, checking your creative, ensuring that your creative is getting user engagement, like people are reacting to it, people are liking, people are commenting, people are sharing, people are saving it on their profiles. If you do all of these things and your Facebook ad cost still did not reduce, please reach out to Twispark Academy and we will teach you further things to do to reduce your ad cost. Now, when you're starting arbitrage, these are simple things you can put in place to get the most of it.